So here is another moment in time of this mouse house mayhem that I'm living in. Next, I need to get hold of the mayor's office because this is just taking too long and moving too slow. I cannot believe I cannot believe how horrible these people are at their jobs. Like seriously, what are they getting paid to do? This is not a very complicated situation here. So let me just run it back real quick. What started all this is a stupid email I got today asking me information that you should have been had. One, because I've shared it numerous amounts of time. And if you're working on my case, you should have been had this because it's kind of pertinent information. So yeah, that kind of pissed me off and lets me know that I can no longer keep waiting on them and whatever next new person gets hold of my situation. So like here, I look at this stupid letter from the city, September 13th. Uh, After they came out and did their inspection. Thank you for taking time to report. Residents who care about their neighborhoods are the backbone to strong and vibrant communities. I am pleased to report that your request has been completed. Duh, I was here. I know that. Hope you were satisfied with the timeliness and resolution of the response. I don't know what the resolution of the response is. No one told me. Why not put that in your fancy letter with all the rest of this fluff of waste of tax dollars? Like, what is the point of this letter? You did not tell me what the resolve was, what the findings were. This service request number goes nowhere. 311 doesn't do anything with it. No one can find the answer to what your findings are. Um, but apparently the building did because they came through and put up screens because I'm worried about my 11 year old falling out the window, or put up the cover over the lamp on the sink, but you didn't change the bulb because the light don't work. So who cares about the cover? Like, what are you? I'm gonna get electrocuted? I don't even understand. Like, that's not the complaint. But nobody fixed any of that, told me anything. Anyway, every day we work to ensure that city departments provide the most efficient and best service. Whatever, man. Listen, Rahm Emanuel in office, get rid of these subsidy people. Let me keep my subsidy. But get rid of these subsidy people and make sure that whatever people money is supposed to be doing is doing that. So anyway, right. So that stupid letter pissed me off. That was September 13th, like I said. So that was like, okay, so September 19th, I contacted the housing subsidy people, Chicago Low Income Housing Trust Fund, CLIF for short. And, when I went down there September 11th, that was the first time that I contacted them because that was when there was a mouse in my bed on September 10th evening to September 11th morning. There was a mouse in my bed at some point in time because I woke up to mouse crap in my bed, and it wasn't there when I went to sleep because I'm very paranoid to look for these types of things during, before, after, anytime I'm in the house, all day, every day. So anyway, I that was, of course, I couldn't take it anymore, so I went marching down to their office, and I ran into this lady, and I'm guessing she was the director, or she was, yeah, she was the director or whatever of the place, Cliff, and she gave me to the person who I'm supposed to see that's handling my case, right? So that was September 11th. September 19th, I hadn't heard anything back from them, even though she said that, give her a couple days and I would hear back. So I gave them a whole week and a couple days, and I never heard back. So I just let her know that, hey, I'm disappointed that I haven't heard back from you or the lady who you told me was in charge of my case. So I called her a couple times because I didn't know her email address. So I called her on the phone number that the head lady gave me. I don't want to get in trouble for saying nobody's names just yet. So I'm going to leave it at that. Try to keep up with the hers and the ladies. Anyway, so the head lady did not respond back to that email until October 10th. Now, mind you, she was CC'd in 3 other emails to the management company about, problems with roaches. Oh, see, this is why I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight, because I'm bringing this back into my thinking. Anyway. Ugh. So, I didn't get a response back from her until October 10th. October 9th, I let her know again that I was very disappointed that I had not heard from her or the other lady that's supposed to be in charge of my stuff. So, what she responds, I do empathize with the reoccurring issues plaguing your household at the unit. If that is not the most cut and paste response, it's just like, seriously. As I stated, during your visit, your unit is handled by Mrs. Blah, 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 who, this is on October 10th. I still have not heard from her. So that's a whole month now. So she has contacted the property management agency providing services. Please allow her the opportunity to work with all parties. That's the best that you can offer. I respond with some stuff and say, well, the lady could at least let me know that she knows I'm existing. I don't even know that she knows that I exist. I finally hear from her a month later, October 12th, and then she asked me, am I in some building, which is the wrong building. Finally asked me my address. It's a month later, and you're finally asking me my address? So, as hard as it is, I don't get smart, and I just respond back immediately on the same day. She responds back immediately again on the same day. Are you working with an agency and the landlord? Lady, agency, it is a month later. Like, why are you just now asking me these things? Why don't you know this? Where is all the information that I've already shared with your people in your agency? So here we go, keeping it going. I give her the information. Don't get smart. I don't think. Let me see. I don't get smart. I just tell her I've been going through this for a month and contacted your office September 11th and followed up with you specifically on September 19th. So that's that email thread. Still getting nowhere, getting the same questions over and over and over again to things that you should already know the answer to. And so today I get an email because I sent her an email first. Let me see, where is it? I sent her an email first letting her know it's been 7 weeks since filing my complaint with your office and 2 weeks since contacting you. I am following up on your findings, and suffice it to say, I am not pleased with the diligence of this office in resolving my housing issue. I have been beyond patient and guess I will have to find my way up the ladder. I have caught 2 mice since talking to your office on September 11th. That makes 7 mice since June. If this was you or your family, the feet dragging would not be so egregiously apparent. So now I don't know who this new person is that's been included on the email. I just noticed that there's some new person included on the email. They might be part of La Casa Norte or... Nope, they're part of City of Chicago. So I don't know who this new person is. I just noticed that is added on. Thanks for the update. I will contact Globetrotters. Are you working with La Casa Norte also? Just checking. Now, again, I have shared this information with her, and I have shared this information with them. So if you are doing your job, why don't you know these things already? So, I don't get smart. I just respond. They have already recently had a Globetrotters inspection in the city. Yes, this is through La Casa Norte. Is there not a case file? Because I don't. So then she asks, wanted to make sure that the inspection was conducted at the Lotus building. What are you asking for? To move, to continue with assistance, etc. Let us know. So I let her know what I want, and then she tells me that is not how the trust fund works. The funding is building based and not tenant based. We will need to get the results and see what the next steps are. If you are not ready to negotiate, why did you come to the table? So I am absolutely out of time. I just let her know I understand how the program works. Somebody got the results because they came through here to do inspections. It's your people. Globetrotters is your people. You send them out. So how don't you know what the results are? Why don't you have a case file? Again, I say. And I just remind her, I've had mice in my bed and in my furniture and, of course, all over my kitchen counter. And evidence is so recently as of today, which is true, because once again, I left grease in the pot and you can see the little mouth prints in the grease. So yeah, that's great. This building is infested, cannot be fixed. They should not be allowed to just keep putting down glue traps and plugging up holes, and that's considered resolved. 7 of mice since June, 1 just on this last Sunday. Please put yourself in my shoes. Glad I have a little boy and not another squeamish girl like me. Honestly, I'm glad I have a little boy and not a little girl, or we would not get any rest in this house. But he ain't bothered by it at all. So I am going to find my way. My complaint has to find its way to the mayor's office because these people, I'm in dire situation right now. I cannot concentrate. My business is suffering. I can't see clients in my home. I can't I can't do my recordings. I have to get up out of here. My mom came and visited and would not come to my house. I hadn't seen my mom in a year. Maybe even longer than that. And she would not come to my house. Because, of course, who do I complain to about the mice? My mom. So she was very much aware. I mean, it's not like they run around right now while I'm sitting here. But, it's an uncomfortable living situation with mice. It's really like as soon as I close my eyes or sit still for too long, they'll pop out on you. They don't care if it's daytime. They don't care if there's noise. If you sit still too long, they will try to make a run for it, wherever they're going. So I can't even get my yoga on because I'm scared to lay in Savasana too long. I ain't got that much yoga in me to meditate past mice. Whew. Okay. So anyway, yes, I'm gonna have to stop talking about it. It's a serious situation for me. I have an older child. He wants to come home. He needs to come home. He's suffering through his own bout of homelessness, and he shouldn't, because he should be able to come home to his mama house, regroup, and go back out into the world and try it again. And I was right there. And he was on his way. And now look, we both about to be homeless. I ain't about to be homeless. But he needs to come home. And he was on his way. And I can't do it. So now what? These people need to hurry up. They need to stop playing games. Or whatever it is they're doing. Or trying to cover up. Or I'm not going away. This is ridiculous. I'm tired of my life suffering from trusting people to do what they supposed to do. I'm always doing what I'm supposed to do. And I'm not suffering no more for other people's negligence. That's the word I was looking for earlier. Negligence. All right. Gotta go. It's Halloween. Gotta get my costume on. Bye.